Welcome everyone, Nico here from Lega Pauper Colonia. We are the group from Cole, if you haven't seen our first video. And we are here trying to grow up our social media side with our YouTube videos, and also you can follow the link to get to our Instagram page. This is the second video in our tournament section. We held the tournament on the 6th of December, and we are here on coverage with Kevin to see all the main matches that we registered on table 1. And we are in game 2 now, where we're seeing Jasper on Kogate against York on the Mono Blue Terror. I probably butchered the name badly, so I can leave that to you, Kevin.
No, that was actually perfect. For an Italian, it's York against Jasper. Yeah, really good.
And we see a pretty standard list of Kogates, I will say, right? I don't see anything crazy right now.
No, I think it's pretty standard. It's blue, white in the main deck, and then red for Breath Weapon and Pyroblast on the in the sideboard.
Yeah. I will say that normally just a Kogate against Terror, I think the Kogate is pretty advantage here, right? Especially we have Prismatic Strand to just stop the attack. We have the lifelink really sets back the Mono U Terror plan. But if the Mono U Terror gets a really fast Serpent out, then it becomes a bit of a problem. And Traben Charm really helps in cleaning the graveyard most of the time. But York is not playing the normal Mono U Terror version, correct?
Yeah, and just one thing to add here, which also comes in pretty handy for Kogates against Mono Blue Terror, is of course having the possibility to sideboard Pyroblast, right? But Jasper is huge. Playing only 3. I think at least when I played it back, that's a low number. He is playing 3 Envelop and 2 Dispels.
And I understand the Dispel, but why do you think 3 Envelop? That seemed just too much to me. Not knowing anything about the Kogates. What are we scared of? What's the sorcery that really scares her? The Sacrifice effect?
I mean, it's good against Spy combo, right? It's the Dredge Return as a sorcery, and it's good against elves, the Lethal Stampede and Winding Ways and so on. Those are sorceries. But yeah, I think that's the only not too normal part of this list here, is that he cut down a bit on the blasts and put in more diverse sideboard. I've seen sideboards who are only playing blasts and breath weapons. But yeah, it should probably still be favored in this matchup. And then, as you said, for York, he's playing Mono Blue Terror, but he decided to put in or to make use of the Abandoned Attachment, the new card.
I actually spoke with him because he was my match 1 opponent. And he told me that he always wanted to play Mono Blue Terror, but he was a bit bored by how repetitive it was. So he saw this list with the new Abandonment Attachment from Avatar, and he just wanted to try the version with the Sneaky Snacker, which I can agree it's a bit more fun, probably.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. Not sure, though, if it's better, to be honest.
To be honest, I think the Sneaky Snagger is better in the Dimir version then, because then you can also actually cast it, and it can be a dead draw. Not always, but it can be a dead draw, and you want to be a tempo deck, so you don't want to have dead cards in hand.
Yeah, and it's also, I mean, of course it comes back, but just stats-wise, it's just the first version of the
Delver,
yeah.
And we have to say, some new version of the Mono Blue are not even playing Delver anymore.
No.
We've seen recently 8 Terrors and 2 or 3 Murmuring Mystics.
Yeah.
So probably you don't even need a Delver, and then the Sneaky Sniper is just worse.
But yeah, it's definitely a fun version, right? He cut down a mental node, and he's also playing one Murmuring Mystic main, and then also
I was looking at that.
Yeah.
I don't love the Murmuring Mystic main in this case because you're already a 12 creature. You don't want to go up. But I think I did lose against the Murmuring Mystic, so we'll just shut up about it.
Yeah. I mean, let's see how it goes in this matchup. I once again cut out the Mulligans and left in when they put a card underneath, but I think for the first match they both keep 7.
Yeah, Jasper at 7 and also York.
Yes.
So Jasper on the play, and I think it's really good to be on the play against the mono blue terror because you don't want to have like nothing on board against the turn 3 terror because that's usually coming. And we see a Ponder here, which is actually my favorite Magic card, Kevin, just to give you a bit of fun facts.
You will see a couple of those, I think.
I think it's just like a very fair card in every single aspect. Like it's 1 blue, it's sorcery, you look at 3, like you decide what to draw. It's just like you don't do anything crazy, it's just like the perfect small blue card.
That's true. And you see Jasper here, that's always something why I didn't like to play core gates in Pauper, is because you need some way to indicate what color you choose for your gates. Jasper decided to put in an island beneath to indicate that he chose blue for the white gate.
Great.
But that always annoyed me.
In our case, the tournament was 5 rounds, but especially in this longer tournament, like you really need to not use your brain for extra thinking capacity, right? So what we see is normally like player, they came up with like little stickers, or in this case, like putting the extra island underneath, just like to save a bit of that brain power. So also one recommendation, like when you go to tournament, like bring all the token possible and just like be prepared.
That's true.
But of course you Brainstorm, yeah. That's not just come. Just come to the tournament and have fun.
we will have everything for you. Just another shout out to join our Wednesday leagues.
We have plenty decks to lend to you, and we are proxy friendly. So just hit us up and feel free to join. So I would expect that after the Brainstorm to like have either a mental node Totsukawa, and that would put at 5 instant sorceries in the graveyard for the mono blue terror, and then that's a terror on 3.
Yeah, I mean that's what makes Brainstorm strong, right? To not only look at 3 cards and pick one of them and then draw the other ones afterwards, but exactly what Jörg does here. Put away the worst 2 cards and then mill them and never draw them again.
Which is also why, like cycling, it's so good. Like you just put away what you don't like. So here another Brainstorm. And the Sneaky Sniper comebacks because the Brainstorm is actually draw 3 and put 2 back.
Yes.
Which is,
I mean, he definitely has a lot of ways to get the Sneaky Sniper back from the graveyard.
Yeah. And I think like a good thing that like other Sneaky Sniper that cannot do is that you can just do Brainstorm end step of your opponent, because then it's a draw 3.
Yes.
Like normally all the other decks is just draw 2 and you like
you never see
on the fact that you're drawing for turn.
Yeah,
exactly. And yeah, Sneaky Sniper, but we see the terror and the cat from Jasper's side, and the cat can become a huge problem. But I don't see the Basilisk Gate yet.
No, and he needs to find something, right? Because facing a 6/5 and a 1 flyer, that's quite a big fast clock.
Also because he just has 2 gates right now, right? Because one is just a dual land.
Yes.
So, oh, that's good. A Journey to Nowhere is a really good way to, because you need to journey the 6/5 because the other terror has the word, and then it becomes 4 mana just to exile something.
And now he's trading, right? He attacks for 1 lifelink, basically a swing of 2, can swing back. So that's now equalized.
So can we spend a little word on the York mismatch lands, which is one of the worst things that you can do in Magic. But I see another terror.
Yeah, I think we will see more mismatched things. So I think that next match will be Vittorio. You will see a lot of mismatched things.
Oh no! Stay tuned for game 3 because Vittorio is a great player, but he's playing mono white winning this tournament, and I don't think he has a single pair of playing in the whole deck. So here, Ponder and then Terror. So you keep the pressure up, and Kogate doesn't play that many removal. You have the 4 Journey to Nowhere, and I think you have a couple of Traven Charm.
Traven Charms, but he needs a few more creatures. But I see another Journey in
I think
his
I saw
hand.
Squadron Hawk also.
But he choose to play a Modern Age?
The Modern Age. What do you think of the Modern Age here?
I probably would have, if I saw that right, I probably would have. I mean, he has Counterspell mana up, right? But I probably still would have played the other, trying to exile and pay the ward cost for the other Journey to Nowhere on the server.
Yeah, here's a Outlaw Medic. The problem of using the Journey to Nowhere is that it's when it targets when it enters. So you have to wait for it to enter, you have to pay the ward, and then they can counterspell it, which is quite bad.
No, but that's actually good, right? The ward only activates once it's already played.
Sorry, I said the opposite. I wanted to say they have to counterspell before it enters the battlefield. Yeah,
exactly, and so that's why it would have been good there, right? Yeah. But I'm still not sure if he really has one in hand.
I said the opposite of what I meant. Okay, but another Serpent here starts to be quite bad.
Yeah, I think he blocks 1, takes 2, gets alive. Yeah, he's really on his back foot, right? He needs something.
Another Modern Age trigger. So finally a Basilisk Gate, but
no, I think it's a Heat Gate.
Oh, then no.
Not the right one.
Not the right one.
Counterspell.
I'm not an expert on Kogates at all, but I heard there is a huge discussion about the Modern Age, which is currently considered the worst card in the deck, and they are just waiting for something to substitute it. But I think here is putting good works, like you filter, you see more cards, you filter, and then it's going to be a creature next turn, and it's a creature that's always stopping the Sneaky Snacker in this case.
Yeah.
And here Squadron Hawk, just to get...
first he tried the part with the Journey to Nowhere, and it got countered. Squadron Hawk.
Here, would you... Yeah.
At least some blockers, right? Not much more.
It buys some turn. But not much else he can do, because he also has just 2 cards in hand, I think. Except the Ox.
And that's the problem when playing around counters, right? Not playing something into the counter doesn't make the counter go away. If he has it the turn before, he would have had it the turn after, and at some point you just need to play into it.
some, this meme about the bell curve, about Magic player. When you have like this very low end and you say just play into the counterspell, and then like also the very high hand of player, you also like you just have to play into the counterspell because you cannot proceed the game otherwise.
Yes.
Is that the cat token?
Yeah, that's a great token, to be honest. That's the embalm.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, the cat it's also quite good against the serpents, right? Not if he keeps playing
Not
serpents.
against the third one, right? The third serpent, it's a bit problematic.
He blocks one and takes 7.
Goes to go to 19, yes, and then to 12. And now Jasper needs something. And he has a good blocker now for the Sneaky Snacker, so at least he's not threatened that way. But either he gets a couple of like turn when he keeps blocking the 3 serpent, but 3 is a bit too many.
I think he has is that the protection from monocolor?
Prismatic Strand?
No, the Guardian of the Guild Pack.
The Guardian of the... Yeah, that would be great. Another counterspell.
Yeah, I tried to cast Lauren in the wheel, but I think he has the Guardian of the Guild Pack. I mean, it's a good card in this matchup, right?
It's an amazing card. It blocks forever. He attacks whenever he wants to attack, and I don't know how many does he play. We'll get back the list very quickly.
He plays 1 in the main deck.
Yeah, that's I think that's not normal. Or is it? I'm not an expert, as I said. Like probably like 2 here would be amazing to just see 1.
Yeah, but I think one is the normal amount that the people play. Trying to figure out the damage, but he basically jump block with a lot of them. Killed the Sneaky Snaker. But yeah, the Sneaky Snaker probably will come back at some point.
Yeah, you just go to combat first and then do all the...
Yeah, there's a third draw.
I mean, that's an impressive board to have to contest here.
Yeah, that's tough. That's really tough. I mean, he basically needed a Basilisk Gate at some point to be able to raise that.
I would say the 4th serpent kind of sealed it off.
Yeah. That seems pretty grim.
And York still has the 2 mana up for counterspell, so...
I mean, he's playing only so many, right? I think he already played 2 or 3 this game, so...
I think he played 2 and he binned 1 with a mental note, so I will be more at ease about that, but I don't really see many out for Kogias right now.
No, not really. I probably would have played the Guardian there, but afraid of the counterspell probably. Or no, he just wanted to keep up
Prismatic Strand here.
Prismatic Strand.
It's quite good. This spell, it's terrible.
Yeah, then you
like, obviously you can just flashback, but
yeah, but it takes away
you
one.
Lose a turn. Yeah.
One activation. Also keeps your hawk alive.
Yeah, the Snackers dies. And I kind of lost count of how many gates he played, but I still don't see Basilisk Gate, correct?
No, he has 4 gates. A Heap Gate, Sea Gate.
But also not any lifelink creature. Yeah, I don't don't expect much here.
Yeah.
Under Modern Age doesn't do much.
He's looking for something.
More Prismatic Strand, probably.
I think he could draw a counter spell. Now he's playing the Guardian, probably. Yeah, I think he has enough blockers to survive another turn.
Yes, and then what are you doing?
Oh no, he doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, you still have to play with the clock in mind, right? And you cannot always just... Like, Colgate, it's a deck that wants to go to long game, but when it is desperate, like, then it's really hard.
I think he was dead on board. There were four snakes and 2 sneaky snickers. He only had 3 blockers on 8 life.
What do you need to bring in here? The Blast, obviously.
The Blast. And
would you do counterspell wars? Like, would you bring in the dispels, knowing how many the mono blue probably plays?
Yeah, you can definitely put in the dispels, right? It not only targets counterspells, it also targets other things like the abandoned attachments. That's probably a good thing. You can also counter a mental note or something.
I was thinking, like, you could maybe try to keep them off the graveyard as long as possible and then Raven Charm it. That's a plan for sure. But also you don't want to destroy your normal plan too much and then you just can't do anything.
Yeah, I would probably play the dispels, put out the Modern Ages. Probably.
Yeah, I agree. And like, they're really good because they become 2/3 creature, but it takes 3 turns for them to become that. And you just have the Squadron Hawk that in this case is better, probably.
Yeah, and probably 1 Raven Charm.
You will take out 1 Raven Charm?
Yeah, or a Medic? Not sure.
Probably. Like, for me, Raven Charm is really good, but maybe I'm just a bit focused on, like, just exiling the graveyard. It's true that once the Serpent is on ground, then the Raven Charm is not as good anymore.
Yeah, but we will see what he does. I think it's for Jörg, it's the decision is even easier.
It's quite easy, right?
He has a lot of one-offs in the graveyard. I mean, the big question is always: do you bring in the blue elemental blasts just to counter the red elemental blast or the pyroblast? That's the mind games. Knowing that he only plays 3, which he doesn't, probably won't do that. But some other Colgate's lists play 6 or 5 or something like that. Then you probably put them in. Then I see a lot of
maybe. I would, but I'm a bit of a crazy player. I will bring Sleep of the Dead, for example, because if you keep the Colgates off the lifelink, then you kinda have outs in that regard, but then it doesn't do anything against the Guardian of the Guild Pact.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have anything against that anyway, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I mean, he has some weird sideboards. I think he also told me that he played it because he didn't have anything else but this Vapor Snack and Void Snare, just returning creatures to its owner's hand, is pretty nice in response to an activation of a Basilisk Gate. However, Void Snare is a sorcery, I just see, so Vapor Snack should go in. Echoing Truth is pretty good against the Hawks and stuff.
Echoing Truth, it's amazing here, yes. And I think it's also pretty good for the mirror, right? What I would expect. Yeah. Let's see what they do.
Let's see what they did. think Bose went down on card and started with 6.
And here Jasper starts with a gate, which is what you kind of want to see. And you hope the opponent doesn't have mental note, but they always do.
Something that they always have, right? Mental note or brainstorm.
They always. It's like the here it is.
Thoughts go.
It's like when you play white minis, you either have an inspector or elf. They always have the elvish mystic.
Yeah, and
no.
Jesper puts the gate on red, so indicating that he is hoping to draw Pyroblast or as one in his hand, but I don't see any there yet.
I don't see any there, but also like some mind games are always good in this case.
And there's
Basilisk
gate. And he also starts pumping. That's early, but...
Rate 3.
Yes,
pump. Do you agree here, or would you...
I mean, it really depends what he has in his hand, right?
Yeah, we cannot really see. I love to start immediately blasting here, but if he has any creature, I would probably have developed the board a little bit first. But I can see also wanting to just have big swings.
Yeah. I mean, that's good, right? It's a 4/4. We saw that in the first game we casted here. 4/4 with lifelink can get there pretty quickly.
Can get there, yes. So spell count in the graveyard seems to be 3.
Yes.
And that's very far away from the 5 that we had in last game already. And so I would not expect to see Serpent on 3 now, but I mean, no, 4, sorry. Then
he just
change.
Cycled.
Yes. Then everything changed. I mean, Serpent here is not the end of the world. You just need another gate, and then also your creature is a 5/5. But for sure, okay, here is it.
Yeah, he just cast it for 3 mana. For some reason, Jesper forget to untap.
Did not untap.
Don't know if it would have changed much. I mean, you can't attack into it anyway.
You can block and use Prismatic to do stuff, but it's not as untapped it.
So
okay, you took a charm. Yeah.
Being afraid of the last game, having more snakes in hand.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. And he leaves some mana open.
Yeah, that's also counterspell mana, right? Let's see what Jörg does here. Attack first.
Yeah, here I would not have blocked anyway.
No, I don't think so as well. Yeah, and then the dream, right? Play a snack.
So here, if I had counterspell, that has to be countered.
If you would have had one,
yeah. Like normally, you always have to think: do I want to counter the card draws, or do I want to counter the important thing? But like when you just exile the graveyard, you don't want your opponent to start to rebuild, and then I will say like you start countering the card draws then. So we cycled a Lorien.
It's also, I find it a tough question, right? If you're on 4 mana with not much going on in your hand, you keep the Lorien,
do you want to keep it?
Play it at some point or cycle it. But I'm not sure what he has in his hand. There's another Basilisk Gate, I think, yes.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Then with the other Basilisk, I see why do you want the land? Because then you want double activation of the gate.
And there's the Echoing Truth.
Yes, that's a pretty big deal now.
Yes. Yes,
a bit auto medical. Yeah, that's good. And Yeah, then it's now 8 damage, so it puts him to 10.
Yeah, but he has like 4 gates, swinging back for 5. It's a okay race for him at the moment.
But he also has an island in end, so he can do a double activation, so then he attacks for 9.
Yes. And he also has a prismatic stance, right? So you can...
Yeah, that's really good. I think the board, it's very balanced at the moment.
Yeah, but I can't really see York's cards. He definitely has like 4 or 5 left in hand. This can quickly change. So, of course, he attacks, taking him into 10, as you said. Another one. Thought Scour.
We mill after the brainstorm, so he already knew what was there, and that's perfect for a serpent now, because that's 6 card.
Yeah.
So, just 1 terror. Here it is.
Yeah. And still has potential counterspell mana open.
That's disgusting, because Jasper just threw the Guardian of the Guild Pack, that I will say here would be amazing. But yeah, and he goes for it. So if this doesn't get counterspell, then it's really good, because then he can only get with 2 creature, and you really, really slow down, having also the Prismatic Strike in hand. And that's where Colgates want to be. Like, you have your lifelink, you have your control plan, and you're just kind of doing what you want to do. And just another creature with lifelink.
I actually think he couldn't have done that because he doesn't have 2 white mana there.
I think you're correct, because he tapped the 2 gates for the Guardian of the Guild Pact, right?
Yeah. He only has 1 white mana because he chose red for the for the sea gate.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I mean, that's paper magic, right? That happens.
Yeah. I mean, we will see if he wins by 1, then it's
And here I don't understand, why didn't he block with the Guardian? That is
I
a
was
free
thinking
block,
the same. Like, I understand why you want to block with the Automatics, you want to draw the card, that's correct,
fine, yeah.
but why sacrificing the cat? Like, okay, you can embalm it, but why would you want to do that? Like, you just block with the Guardian.
And you didn't need the 1 extra life, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And you could have swung back with a double activation of the
gates.
Yes.
And actually, after that double activation of gates, like, you are really, really good spot then, because the turn afterwards, you gain life and you can just attack with an untouchable Guardian, and that's game.
Yeah, I think that might have cost him the game, actually, if he would have blocked with the Guardian and kept one of the lifelink creatures alive. Don't know if I'm missing something, but
I can maybe be on this, like, maybe scared of some other effect, like Echoing Truth. Because, like, this way, but another terror, yeah.
Echoing Truth in response to the double activation would have...
Yeah, that you basically lose a turn, but
now he blocks.
Yeah, now it's really prismatic. Yeah.
Prismatic.
And that's why he didn't attack then. Like, he wanted to leave a creature in case the first prismatic gets countered, and you need to tap something to flash it back.
There's a Pyroblast.
Okay. Which can be really good here.
Still has a prismatic in the graveyard, right?
And no way to give lifelink to the Guardian. So here I would say, like, probably having Drone and Pyroblast, he's feeling a little bit more relaxed. So he's attacking anyway. And then probably has a creature plus the blast to protect it. But I cannot see his hand clearly.
I mean, that's a risky attack, right? You lose if your prismatic strength gets countered.
Yes.
And I think you saw in the first game that he's playing Spell Pierce. But I mean, you have to put him on a clock. And this would be lethal next turn. So Jesper's thinking, okay, put him down to 10, so it's definitely lethal with a double activation. He can do nothing about the Guardian of the Guild Pack. I have another white creature to flashback my Prismatic Strands. I have a Pyroblast to back that up.
Yeah.
So Jörg's only chance is to have a double counterspell.
Yeah, if he has another counterspell here, then game over.
Yeah, and he's countering he tried to counter the white creature, knowing that if he doesn't have a white creature, it's lethal on board. But Pyroblast does the job.
So here, you just need Jasper is tapped out, so you just need another counter for the Prismatic Strand.
Yes, you probably would have had that.
Yeah, if it.
That's a Spell Pierce.
That's a Spell Pierce. So, like, I would say that deciding to not block with that Guardians in that turn, as you said, decided to block with a cat. It's actually like probably when he lost the game, I would say.
Yeah, I think that was a turning point, right? If he would have been able to attack with a lifelink creature, that would have changed a lot. Yeah.
But except that, great game for both player, and a very nice version of Terror. We said we don't know if it's better, probably not, I have to say. But for sure fun to play around with the Sneaky Snacker and the discard effects.
Yeah, and it worked out great in this game, right? His Sneaky Snackers kept coming back and did a lot of damage. Yeah, worked out pretty well here. Yes, so this was the second round of our Christmas tournament. In the next round, we will have Grixis Affinity versus White Weenie. Also pretty fun match, I have to say. And
so if you want to see some Dust to Dust, we will wait for you on the next video.
Yeah, maybe you will see something there.
That's my favorite thing to do, right? It's just bridge on 1, bridge on 2, and then Dust to Dust. And yeah, we will see you there. Cheers.